Hi everyone, my name is Jeff Dunmire. I'm with Casio, and I'm here today to show the XW-P1 here at Full Compass. Essentially what the XW-P1 is a hybrid synthesizer consisting of several different components to make it what it is. There's a solo synth section, which pretty much sounds like this. Now, each part of this solo synthesizer is composed of up to 6 different components, which allow you to control the attack, the decay, the sustain, the release time, also each volume of each one of the 6 components. And there's basically two Pcm oscillators, there's 2 virtual oscillators, there's a noise generator, and then there's an outside source where you can maybe use an iPad or some other sort of thing, bring it into the solo section, and then actually control the analog or whatever program you happen to be using some of the internal modifiers that we use for the internal sounds. So you can get a host of a lot of different things. You can also control the volume levels from these sliders here for each section. Each section has its own portamento, so you can actually determine whether or not you're going to have a portamento on one thing. Each section can have its own attack. So the solo synthesizer is quite extensive. There's waveforms from the CZ, our old CZ synthesizer. There's ARP waveforms, there's old Moog waveforms, and Oberheim waveforms. From there, we're going to go to the drawbar organ. And the drawbar organ section actually uses drawbars. There's 9 of these drawbars here, and in addition to that, there's also a master. From there, we're going to go to the Pcm Sounds. Okay, Pcm Sounds, there's about 400 of them in there, and they're all meat and potatoes type sounds. There's some strings and brass in this section. Guitar sounds. Now you can take all those Pcm sounds together and you can make what they call a hex layer, and this is something unheard of. This is a very special part of this instrument. I can have 6 layers across the keyboard, and I can have them on top of each other or mapped out anywhere. Mapping means I can set them anywhere on the keyboard. I think that the big part of this that's going to be very important to a lot of people is the fact that in orchestral sounds, it's amazing. I can bring in, for instance, I can start with a nice string sound. Hit a little bit harder and I get brass. Down on the bottom I hit a little harder, I get timpani. All right, the next thing I want to talk about though is the step sequencer. In the step sequence mode, you have a 16-step sequencer with 13 different tracks on it. 9 of those tracks are actually instrument tracks, and then 4 are control tracks. In addition, on the back, if you look, we also put MIDI and we have USB on the back, along with a SD card. You can save everything that you do on here onto an SD card. Once again, this is Jeff Dunmire. I'm with Casio, and if you wish to know more about this product, the XW-P1 from Casio, please contact or inquire at fullcompass.com.